can't is not a word that I use or I see. I don't care if you can't. Don't put your limits on me.
The thing about a book that you can't get from a discussion is that a book is like a portrait as opposed to a photograph. You know, a photograph, it's click, that's that. A portrait you layer on and layer on and layer on and work over on for weeks. You still have the same single image, but there's this depth to it. And a book enables you to think and then rethink and think and then rethink. And so you can go deeper in a book than you can, I would say, in any other medium.
Find something constructive to add to your mind. Have an hour for reading. And I don't mean read comic books. Read something that will make you know what's happening. So when you get in a conversation, you can sound intelligent even if you aren't. No, go get a book and read it.
The game changer was when your boy started reading books. After that, I read and I read and I read. And let me tell y'all something. You talk about the crossover. I ask young people all the time, the crossover, like what's so sweet about the crossover? They say, E.T., the crossover allows you to change direction, or the crossover gives you space. Listen to me, reading was my crossover. Reading took me in a different direction from being a high school dropout at Homer's, and it took me to where I am now. It gave me separation from my past life, separation from certain things, separation from certain environments. Are you hearing me? So y'all gotta do me a favor, like you have to understand. There will be a glass ceiling. There's a limit that you will not be able to go past if you don't understand the importance of reading. What reading allows you to do, it allows you to go into a part of your brain, a part of your imagination, a part of your creativity. It allows you to go into a space that nothing else can take you to.
I should mention one thing about reading. It was at the library here at Columbia. I wish I spent probably more time than any other student. I lived there practically. But I pulled the book out, and then I looked up and I went to the library and I said, I want to learn more about this because I learned this over here. That changed my whole life because of that librarian directing me to some other book and then following through on that. It's the chance. I read about 1/5 the pace that Bill does, but I still spend 5 or 6 hours a day reading. I mean, it just, you can learn so much. I particularly love biography, just to be able to live the lives of these people that have been so extraordinary, the lessons and the discouragements they face, just everything about it. So you can't get enough of reading. I read every book in the Omaha Public Library on the district by the time I was 11.
And I would say reading is the strongest signal for success in the future that I've ever seen. It is the strongest. I got my first job in radio when I was 16 years old, because I've been broadcasting since I was 16 years old. But my first job I got because I was a great reader. When you are a great reader, you can articulate and speak and command the English language in ways that other people cannot. And people think you're a lot smarter than you are, lots of times, because you're a great reader. I would say it's the absolute greatest foundation. Have you ever met a person who was a great reader when they were young, who was not successful? You never. It is the absolute best foundation ever in life.
But I will say this, I know no wise person who doesn't read a lot.
You got a television brain, a television vocabulary, and you live in a television world. No, go get a book and read it.
Read.
I just read and read and read.